exactly how pregnant women sleep, but this is a cat. And she is just relaxed. But her belly is just jumping.
Welcome back, ladies, and welcome to Monias View once again. Y'all looking at Real Talk, All Talk. 40 weeks to go, and y'all, I'm really trying to up my game, our game, on this whole editing. Yes, we're really trying to just bring something new, something fun, especially dealing with incompetent service, awareness, IC Awareness, and TTC journey. So, yeah. Exactly. So, we're really excited about that. Okay, so I got a lot of things. We have a lot of things that we're trying to discuss. And as you guys know, as some of you ladies been following me for a while now, you know we're not twins. But I'm just trying to up my game as far as editing and everything like that. So, what's new? It's a whole bunch of stuff that's new, right? Yes, it is. OPK test, ovulation, baby dancing, incompetent awareness. Right. It's a whole bunch of things that are new. So, okay, October the 15th, 2014, October the 15th is basically in memory of the loss, the babies, premature babies that went on to be with the Lord, and memory of them. I was speaking to my friend Anna, and we was on the phone, and she was like, "Did you light your candles?" And I was like, "It's today. So on October the 15th, you know, there was a lot of women who participated in that were mostly women who dealt with the loss or had a loved one who lost their babies. And so I just want to acknowledge that and just tell all of you ladies out there that are looking at this that I am so sorry for your loss. And we did, yes. I did, we definitely, I lit my candles, three of them, for three of my babies that went on to be with the Lord. And so I was able to do that. And I also had my baby sonogram pictures. And so I'll show you a photo of that. But this was in loving memory of our babies that went on. And what I wanted to discuss was about the awareness of incompetent cervix and how it is so real, and how if any of you ladies have ever suffered a loss and know anyone who has suffered a loss, how we need to get that information out there to others, because we do not want other women to actually experience that, because y'all, it's a hard pill to swallow. I mean, that pill is a tough pill to swallow. It is a hard pill to swallow, because it's like you really don't want no one else to experience it, and we definitely need to talk about it. I think a lot of doctors need to mention it, but it's a hard thing to deal with when you've lost a child. So yeah, exactly, it's real, exactly. You know? And so just to make sure you guys get that out there, and y'all, I really look at it like this. I honestly feel that when a woman is pregnant and when she's going for her prenatal checkups with her OBGYN or her doctor or MFM or whatever, not only should they be giving her things like far as prenatal pills and what to look for, but they need to actually, I think that more doctors need to start speaking to women who are pregnant about incompetent cervix, because even if you don't know the history of a person, you still should let them know what the signs would be, especially for women if this is their first pregnancy or even second pregnancies, because I'm starting to see a trend where there are women who've had excellent they've gone on to have babies, and then when they try for a third child, they deal with incompetent cervix, or a fourth child, and they never had these issues with the children that they had before then. So I think that doctors need to give that information to women so they can know, like, just like you give them pamphlets on certain things. Yeah, because it's like when you really look at it, yes, anything can happen. And so I wish somebody would have basically told me about an incompetent cervix when I was pregnant. Not for me to have to deal with a loss and then have to figure out that that's what the issue was, especially if you're a new mother, or even if you've had babies before. People need to know. I mean, it's just that real. I mean, it needs to be put out there. The information needs to be out there that everybody can be aware of this. That incompetent cervix is a silent killer. It will come upon you, and there's nothing that you can do. And I hate that I hear that more and more women are joining certain groups, and they're talking about they just experienced the loss. It's horrible, and it's devastating, and we definitely need to get that information out there. Also, too, and this is just keeping it real. It's just keeping it real. They say that especially if you're in a relationship, and I read blogs and things like that, that when you're dealing with a loss, it can either make your relationship or it can break your relationship. And I wanted to talk about that because there's a lot of things that comes with the loss. I mean, it does something to you that you can't get back. So either you're going to go through this storm together, or it can just become devastating to your relationship. Yes, it can. And it's the whole, you can't do the whole blame thing. You both just went through something that was very traumatic. Men take it in a different way versus the women. Women, we tend to take it in a whole nother way because we were the carriers. We were the mothers. Not saying that the men don't understand, but you need to stand together because you can start arguing from it. The stress, the anxiety, things that you never felt before can start hindering your relationship. And I think that you should become closer instead of being apart, so it can do something to your relationship. And that's a great point too. Yes, and that's why I had someone say that to me that because of what we went through, I mean, it can become a burden on your relationship. It can, to the point where you may start doing the blame thing, like whose fault is it? It's nobody's fault. It's not the woman's fault. And us as mothers that had a loss, we already feeling like it was our fault because we couldn't do anything for our babies. We couldn't stop their fate. And I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior. But just like everyone, we are all human. And I am afraid of going through that transition of dying. I do know where I'm going to go, but I'm afraid of that. And to actually see my babies actually go through that, and there was nothing that I can do. So, of course, the first thing I did was I faulted myself. With Melody, I actually thought that the reason why she passed away, the reason why I lost her and went into premature labor is because I went to the dentist. And it wasn't until my past pregnancy with Harmony and losing her in April that I realized that, yes, I do have an incompetent cervix. And I thank God I have a loving husband because never has my husband blamed me or point the finger at me. And I think that's horrible that when you're in a relationship with someone and people say things out their mouth trying to blame you. So whose fault is it? As a mother, I felt like it's my fault. My cervix couldn't hold it up. It's my fault. Like, this is not fair. But y'all, this incompetent cervix is so common. It is, and people don't even talk about it as much. They really don't, and they need to talk about it because it is very common. And I mean, even relatives, it may not even be your significant other that will put the blame game. It could be a sister, a mother-in-law, a brother, whatever, a friend. Try to say it was your fault, and you're already dealing with the burden of it, but it's not. So we are here to tell you that it's not your fault. And you have to brush it off. I know it's hard, but it's not your fault. And this is something that really needs to be put up front. A lot of women are dealing with that, and a lot of women take their grief on another level because they're thinking that it's their fault. But incompetent cervix has been around for centuries. And I'm glad we're talking about this because this is something that really needs to be out there. It's true. I mean, I think that in a relationship, you have to work it out together. And even with mothers, to not blame their significant other. Oh, if you would have took me here, if you wouldn't have said that, because it's nobody's fault. Incompetent cervix is just when your cervix is opening up before the time. And it's so crazy because I've heard people who've dealt with a loss and then go on to have children without having a stitch or a cerclage. and they went on a full-term pregnancy. So it's like the body does something.
I guess it depends on pregnancy.
It's no one's fault, but the awareness does need to be. Sorry, y'all, we got cut off, but it's nobody's fault, you know.
Nobody's fault.
In confidence service, it just happens. IC is a silent killer, so it's nobody to blame. And I think the stronger that you can pull, if you can pull through this storm together, then you can do just about anything. You know, you faced the fears, you've been through it together, and it will either make, I believe it's going to either make you or it's going to break you.
Exactly. I definitely agree with that because it's a lot of pressure when you're dealing with a loss.
Yes.
You can be a newlywed or you can be together for years and years, but some people don't overcome that. That's why people commit suicide.
Right.
They don't come out of the depression, you know. So it's nobody's fault, and that's what we're trying to say. It's just this is something that happened.
And also too, I received the email because you know I receive a lot of emails from you ladies, and I'm always reaching out. And unfortunately, I hate it when it just happens. A lot of women are. It's more common than we really think. That a lot of women out there who are trying to conceive or just experience the loss, and they're trying to move through. I had an email, and someone had sent me. It was just basically saying that, you know, they're trying to have more children, but had experienced multiple losses, and then there's an age factor. There's I think there's an age factor with all of us. That's why, you know, our biological clocks are starting to tick to the top. But the question was, do you think I'm getting too old? Hat to the no. No. Oh no.
Hell no. Oh heck no. That's right, because look at Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah,
she was old. She was old when she was like what, 90 years old in the Lord, and she was.
So I say go for it, 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 go for it. If you are still having this urge to become a mother, then I say go for it. Y'all, we are promoting incompetent service, awareness, and also life. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if God is giving you, if He's put it upon you to have more children, I say go for it. Go for it.
I say go for it too.
Our cat is pregnant, and
yes,
you know, I've read somewhere where cats can they can have multiple litters up until when they die, and that's a pretty long time. Cats live for a very long time. But far as us as women, I honestly feel if God is giving you the urge to have a baby, go for it. With today's medicine right now, anything and everything is possible. Speak to your doctor about it and go for it. Definitely go for it. A lot of women are having babies older, in their 40s and their late 40s. And if you're still getting flow, I don't see what the problem is. So, don't let anyone else discourage you and say, well, you already got kids, or why do you need to have it at that age? Because you feel like it. It's your prerogative, daggone it. And you can do what you want to do. It's your prerogative.
It's your prerogative.
So yeah. And also, constipation. I ain't with them prenatal pills.
Me
so,
neither.
Yeah, we going to have to do something about this constipation. Yeah, and I honestly think like some prenatal pills actually make you or get you. I mean, I just felt like with my last pregnancy, I went through a whole lot. So I'll be doing a lot of fiber bars and things like that. A lot of people like, no, but I'm doing it, y'all.
Yes. I honestly believe it triggered on labor. I do.
Yeah.
I think that's another sign too when you're about to go into labor is that constipation feeling. I think that is the sign. But I just want to
so we're definitely going to be doing this because the constipation
smooth
is
sailing.
No joke. Yes, constipation. So, I think, something is really going on as far as, the way I look at it is that I honestly feel like the last pregnancy, those prenatal pills cause constipation. And I honestly feel like with my pregnancy, I felt like it really triggered on contractions. And when I did go to the ER, there was a high-risk doctor who said, yes, that,
that it does basically it said yes. She was saying that
The
it
colon
can trigger
and
that,
uterus.
trigger that on far as constipation and labor. So what I plan to do is I am going to eat some fiber bars. There were a lot of women that was like, oh God, you can't eat all that. Screw all of y'all. I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it this time.
Not
I'm going to eat
like
some
that.
fiber bars. I'm going to eat me some greens. I'm going to eat me some vegetables. I'm just going to do what I can do so I can have a bowel movement and not have to trigger any type of contractions. Because my last pregnancy, I did eat vegetables, you know, but I realized that it's something that happens when I'm pregnant, and I think those prenatal pills do it. So I'm gonna really take it easy on those prenatal pills. I'll be doing a lot of folic acid, but I don't want anything that's gonna have me backed up. I'm with you. I don't want anything that's gonna have us backed up. And the high risk doctor, she did say that your colon and your uterus is kind of like and back with each other, whatever like that, so it can trigger those things off. And so we just want to make sure that just to prevent it. Exactly. You know how you're going through it the fourth time? Yeah, so that's just something that I plan to do. I plan to make sure that these pills are not going to have me backed up. Also, too, I am the type of person, and you're probably the same as well, a go-getter. And I feel like if I can't get past a certain task, if I want something, I want it. And if I feel like I keep failing it, I want to keep going at it until I get it. But I also wanted to say, too, that there is way more things to life than pregnancy. It is. But that's just something that we want. I want to have a baby. I feel like it's time for me to do it. And this same old mountain that we're going around. But there is more things to life than just pregnancy. So pregnancy is just not all, but that is the goal right now at hand. Before then, it was a lot of other things, but now it's just like having a family and leaving a legacy, and I don't think anything's wrong with that. So, yeah. So, I'm just honestly, I'm really just trying y'all, it's way more to life than just pregnancy. I don't just want to be some breeder. Just, you know, but I just feel like I want to finish my goal of being able to bring home a full-term baby, a full-term pregnancy. And I'm hoping that that's going to happen, because this is just not going to be, we're going to want to have more children. I want to have a lot more children than just
I'm
one.
With you. I'm with you.
So that's the thing. And also too, you know, there's a lot of things that's going on like far as fears, because we already know with this whole Ebola thing that's going on. And I'm really hoping and praying that they do come up with a cure for it, because y'all, this stuff right here is just it's just so crazy. It's just so crazy. And also the TTC special store giveaways. Congratulations to the TTC special store giveaway. Woo, woo, woo. Yes. So we were able to reach out to some of you ladies, and it's 3 people. It's really 2 of you ladies and also myself. I think you're giving like 60 OPK tests and like 30 HPT tests. So you will the ovulation kits is like 60 ovulation kits, and it's also like 20 pregnancy tests. So you know we had to get some too, because we keep going to the dollar store trying to get stuff or whatever like that. And I also took an OPK today. And because my app was telling me that I'm ovulating today, but evidently I'm not ovulating today. And so here is a picture of the lines, and as you can see, the test line is still a little lighter than the control line. So I am not ovulating today, which was so crazy because I called my husband when he was at work, and I was like, babe. He said he was at work and he was kind of busy, so I said, okay, you can speak to me later, and he thought something was going on. And when I texted him and said, no, I just said I was ovulating, but I'm not. And so he was like, laugh out loud, I really thought something was going on, but okay, cool. So I just want to make sure that we get that egg, and I'm hoping that in November we're going to get that you're pregnant, that BFP, that BFP, that BFP, that BFP, that BFP, that BFP. And look, I'm really rooting all of you women on too, that y'all get y'all BFP, that BFP, that BFP, that BFP. And y'all, what we're doing is really good, because what we're doing, we are promoting pregnancy. We're promoting life. And that's huge.
Yes.
It is huge. It is huge, because we're not promoting, you know, they have all of these things like Planned Parenthood, when they're promoting death and abortion.
So that's awesome.
We're promoting life. Yeah, so I think what we're doing is awesome. Definitely awesome. And so we're hoping and praying that you ladies get that BFP. 2015 is the year for the baby boomers. Let's bring some more life into this earth.
So y'all, that's
awesome. Okay, so a lot of things are really going on, and so we talked about the TTC giveaway, and I hope you ladies really enjoy that, and I hope y'all get y'all BFPs, because y'all, we are definitely on a mission, and so I'm super excited about that. I'm still, and a lot of you ladies are a little bit more educated, or you kind of know way more about this whole trying to conceive, the ovulation kits, and the HPT, the pregnancy test. And if you ladies don't mind to just drop a comment, or maybe you can actually come onto this show, so you can basically tell some women about how to use the temping thing or whatever like that, because I think honestly, all of us can educate ourselves on things that we don't know. One thing I realized, especially with being pregnant, is so much stuff that you learn. You learn so much about your cervix. You just learn so much. You do, and you can't help but as soon as you learn something, you pass on the information. So a lot of you ladies are way more, you know way more with the HPT test, and also the opks and temping and your cervix. And I would love for you ladies to actually be on this show. And it's awesome, y'all, because we're passing on the information. Also, too, you know what I honestly really feel? I honestly feel that I think the hardest part about getting the transdominal cerclage and the TVCIC is that insurance issues. And I want suggest that some of you ladies would actually speak to your doctors to see, because some doctors, some insurance will actually approve you if it's in pregnancy, and some of you women are really eerie because you want to get it done before pregnancy. But it's so amazing to me, because I know some women who've had like 4 or 5 kids, and they were asked after having these children to get their tubes tied. So if you can tie some tubes, I'm sure you'll be able to put a band around the cervix.
Put a rope around the cervix.
Doctor. I don't know how severe it is. So I mean, that's just another thing to look into. And I'm really hoping that down the line, this type of procedure will actually be available more often for women, and for women not to have to stress about losing a baby and have to stress about actually getting the procedure done, because not everybody has $7,000 or $15,000 to get a procedure like that done. But when it comes to giving birth and these C-sections and things like that, I mean, those type of things are out there. I think especially with this whole Planned Parenthood, and if you can give money for abortions and things like that, I think that, you know, people need to also look at the simple fight, the simple thing about fighting for life, preserving life, and helping women bring this child to full term. That I think that we need to definitely look into that. But yeah, y'all. So you know, and what, you know, also too, what drives us? What drives us to want to have a baby? What drives us? I honestly think that God puts that, I think God puts it in us. And I think us as women, when we become to the age of being able to bear children, is wanting to have that. And I don't think nobody can take that away from us or tell us we can't. So either if we have a natural or go through IVF or adopting, it's something that drives us to want to be mothers. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. So a lot of women, you know, they may get, well, oh, you're too old or you already have a lot of children. But I think that's what the drive is. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. I mean, what do you think? So that was my view on today. And I'm glad you ladies were able to look. So we're not ovulating today, but I'm going to start giving you ladies some updates just so you can see what we're going through. And also congratulations on trying to conceive winners of your OPKs and ovulation test. Tell me how it works. I want to be the first to know when you get a BFP. Hello. So until then, ladies, ta-ta.
Yeah.
This question in life that I learned my lesson higher, but I couldn't reckon what went wrong. Travel this road at night, wishing the stars were right. The battles I won, that's right, when I grew stronger. Had to kick them blocks, then I roll. Took it back, now I'm in control. Music industry wasn't good for the girl's soul, so I kicked it in the basement, let the flow go. Too cute to hang with imbeciles, criminals. Tired of being miserable, so I did it right in the case, sold it so. Chasing after wind.